I mean, that'd be one other thing I can look into is how the hell to play videos. In Unreal. Might be a good idea to figure that out. If you're looking to play a video inside a level, whether it's playing on a TV, playing the background, or part of your UI, you'll need to use the media framework tools and media source assets. While there are different media source assets, the file media source asset is used when you have a video stored on the device. I need a sample video. Let me see, what sample videos do I have on my computer? Are any of them appropriate? No, the answer is absolutely not. Do they have any inside of like the test content folder, perhaps? Let's see, they should have a sample video somewhere, right? So let's see, it'll be in starter content. Architect, yes, they have walls. Yes, hooray, we have walls. Well, I can at least snag something. We got that horrible trash video of the thing. Let's see if we can do that. The screenshot Saturday video. I could see if that's I mean, it's an MP4 format. It's also decent in terms of size. Okay, so media, file media source. Let's do MV screenshot Saturday. Player overrides. File path. What is this? Select media file does not be packaged because the path points to a file outside of the project's content/movies directory. Okay, so we need to make a movies directory? It didn't actually make a movies directory. Okay, we then need to make a media player. Additional assets to create and link to media player: audio output, video. We want video output. So MP cutscene player. Okay, so it does play. We have the video texture is set to this guy, which is... Okay, so that's just part of it. Shuffle loop. Okay, so by double-clicking the media file, play and open, enabled playback selection of details panel. When the option is checked, whenever media source asset is open, it'll automatically start playing. Alright, so from the modes panel, drag a painted level and use the transform tools to move and scale. And so we can, or basically this texture that got created is the thing that plays. So if we grab a plane here, we'll see what we can do with this. So if we go to this guy, grab a plane, drag it onto the plane. So this set, this created a material for us, and why is this locked? Get out of here. Alright. So we need to add a media sound component to this. What do they do? This, I don't. These things don't exist. I mean, it's supposed to use the media sound or whatever, but it doesn't really appear. This might be something that's new that might need to take. Alright, so let's make a new blueprint inside of our test content. That way I can save this work. Alright, so that should open the source and do the thing. So let's see what's going on here. So it did not play. Why didn't it play? The player will attempt to open the media but may fail to do so later for other reasons. If the connection to the media server timed down, use the media opened. I guess I need to actually set the cutscene player in here. That's probably it. The sound is totally fucked. That's what it sounds like. So let's see if any of that is actually necessary, or if it's just open source. Alright, that's real weird. And if I hit play here... Oh, now it works. Alright. Well, it looks like it plays really well. MP4s work too, so... That means the compression's not bad. It looks like everything looks like it works. So the question is, how would we play that through the UI? And then it just finishes. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to probably, is there like a bind to finished? Yeah, so there's a bind to event on that reached. So let's make a new event here. Let's call this movie on finished. And we're just going to do destroy actor on ourselves. So we'll kill ourselves once the video is finished. The other thing is, so let's just boot it up and see if it plays. While I'm looking at the other documentation to see if there is a there's something else, like can we actually play it in the UI? It disappears. Awesome, so the events work. So that is very good. Alright, if you need to do it startup, just use the movie submenu in the project settings. You can also put your video in a UMG widget, scale it to full screen and play it. And finally, that not be pretty optimized, but you can play a media texture in a post-process material. Video options don't work, it plays 1 second of video and skip. Alright, so what we want is a new like UI widget. So like a slate widget or some shit. So this will be MV full screen movie. And I think we need, what is this going to be, like a... Allows you to place content with the desired size and scale to meet the constraints. Scale box. I don't fucking know. I hate UMG. It's so stupid. No, it's probably none of these things. Let's see, is there a texture or movie or media or anything? Editable text, space, user created, uncategorized, special effects. Where's just a fucking texture? Is it just image? Image which allows you to display a slate brush or texture or material. Okay, so we have an image. And let's just make it full screen or whatever. Let's actually just throw it in the middle. Okay, so how the hell does this work? Events on mouse button. Animations? No. Brush. Image, none. Image size, behavior, whatever. And supposedly, you can put your video UMG widget, scale it to full screen, play it finally. The video option don't work. It plays 1 second of video. Please reference the matinee user guide. Oh, fuck you. Full screen widget menu and play button. No, to hell with you. Play full screen movie during the game. You can use Unreal's game player controller, create play movie, or control game movie sequence. There's no video. I hear no sound. There's no way to change that. Maybe future. That's in native engine code. This is April 2018. The movie does not work. You get FMV movie to play. Control movie texture doesn't work on iOS. No, this crap does anything. So I will have to start reading some docs here. How to make video games. No, fucking full screen video. How about UMG video? Unreal. UMG video UI. Okay, let's see what this dumbass is doing. Set the image to the material. So, what is it? The MV Cinematic Camera Viewfinder. Material does not use the UI material domain. This is the material that we want. So we want this material. Change the material domain. Why don't we duplicate this material? Material domain, I guess, is user interface. So this one just takes it straight out. So I need to use this video mat. So I should change this to mat UI. Oh geez, how many fucking perforce operations we gotta run here, guys? Okay, so we get that. So he selects the image. Alright, so the next thing that this guy is doing is we got this plane basically inside of the blueprint for that. So it's this add to viewport command here, which is what he's doing. So we've got this thing on our viewport, but it doesn't do jack shit. Okay, so basically the this guy's using a surface material for this as opposed to a UI material. And I'm getting warnings for that, and it's like, oh, what are you trying to do? This material is not using the UI material, so it's just not even working if I do any of that. Alright, let me go back and take a look. Well, supposedly I should be seeing this. Now, so okay, so it is black. I might need to actually do I need to actually call play on this thing. So I should probably do something like this, because that's gonna, the player is gonna update the texture which this thing uses. So of course the sound is all sorts of screwed up. What is this? What are the boundaries on this thing? Um, one, two. Alright, so it's 1050 is what this is. And then it just crashes. Good job, Unreal. You did it. You did it. You crashed. You dumb piece of trash. I'm gonna play a video. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna. Nice. Alright, so we've got a UMG widget which plays a thing. Of course, the question is, how in the hell do I make it full screen and scale properly? I don't fucking know. So what size do we want these guys to be in? So what this is, do we have an aspect ratio? It's 1080 by whatever. What, 1080 by 520? And what are these things? So I want to, is it a scale box? Alright. A scale box allows you to place content with a desired size and have it scaled to meet the constraints. If you need to have a background image scale to fill the area but not become distorted, or if you need that sort of thing. Okay, so if we have a scale box and put it in here, position X is going to be 0, position Y is 0. This is going to be 1680 by 1050. So we have this image here, we have a scale box, we want to put that inside of this scale box. A canvas is here, scale box is there, image is, let's see, align center, no padding. Scale to fit. fill, fill Y, fill X. I think we want to fill Y. Scale by safe zone. Scale to fill. Stretch direction. Down only. Up only. Let's see. Scale to fit probably is what we want. Alright, let's see what this does then. Doesn't do anything. Okay, excellent, good. Yeah, we're back to where we are familiar, which is where nothing does jack shit at any time for us. So we want to go to our movies, player plane, and yeah, it looks like the we saved our blueprint, but we didn't save this guy. That was in our thing, so we want to actually drag one of these guys on here and set up our rotation and all that. Then we can delete that plane. Oh, Jesus. So what is it complaining about? Reallocating scene textures, num samples, and then basically the media texture thing blew up because I was trying to change the window size while this thing was playing, which obviously you're not supposed to do, because if you do that it blows everything up, because we can't possibly reallocate render targets while playing a video. It's just fucking impossible. So the problem there was our scale widget thing was actually getting stretched vertically really horribly. So maybe we need to stretch it the other way? I don't fucking know. But let's not make the same mistake. Let's actually just save this thing. So we hit play. This guy plays. So let's see what happens if we have like a 1x1 sort of thing. It looks like it's stretching this entire thing. I don't get it. I mean, why is this scale box doing what the hell it is? Like, it's 1x1 or something. So we have a canvas panel, and then we have a scale box, which is supposed to be the size of this thing, and then we have this image inside of it, which is just doing really weird shit. I guess it's 720. So maybe it's 1080 by 720 is what it's supposed to be for image size. No tile. So if we had it like this, what the fuck? I mean, you think it'd be pretty damn simple, right? Like, I want this thing to. This is the sort of shit with UMG. It's just horseshit that it's so damned complicated. Just like, I want an image. I want it to be a specific aspect ratio based on the center of the screen, and then I want it to have black fucking bars on the side and play this thing. Like, it's not really that complicated. It's like, I want a full screen black thing behind just something that scales properly with the screen. It's like, no, you can't do that. So let's try scale to fit X. Stretch direction. Oh. Scale to fit Y. That's so stupid. Like, what the fuck? Like, how is that? How is that translate to this fucking screen? Like, I don't understand. Like, what this shit is about. Like, all right, does the anchor do fucking anything here? Like, the anchor position, we can do. Okay, that's closer. So we put the anchor in the middle of the screen and we do the thing. What happens if it's... Oh my god, why are my buttons fucking disappearing? So I guess the scale box, we want it to scale to fit X, not Y? How is that scaling to fit X? Like, X is right there. X is the two fucking sides. How is this... How is this scaling to do jack shit? Well, let's see if scale to fit works then, if that's the magical piece of garbage. So that looks like it fits in that direction. Looks like it fits in that direction too. Let's just see what it looks like. Normal size screen. Okay, and then what we need in the background here is another scale box. Oh, Jesus Christ. And inside of that we need an image. This scale box needs to be full screen stretch. This image needs to be... is there a black image, black texture? Let's just do fill. How is this image so small? I do not understand how this image is so small. So you have the scale box, which is supposed to just fill itself up. Okay, that's better. And this image. I can't even fucking select the image now? Like, cool, we have an image, and then there's nothing. Okay, so can we delete the image? No, we can't even delete the image. Oh, it's gone. It's just magically fucking disappeared. Alright, well, that's, good job there, Real. Alright, so can we just change this to black, just like that? Cool. This guy needs to go Z order 1, 2. This scale box 1. Let's change this image to be like red. Okay, that looks correct then. Let's make it gray, something like that. Just so I can easily see this thing. Okay, so we play this, it should have gray bars on all the places. Okay, so this entire widget itself, can we add a widget but not add it to the, can we add it to the background? So when we do this, okay, so the thing is we have a UMG widget for the UI for a web window. Well, this guy adds itself to a viewport. Z order, the higher the number, the more on top the widget will be. Okay, so what are we doing for our UI itself on this guy? Add viewport widget content, Z index is thing. Alright, let's see what we actually put. This Z index is 0. Okay. So if we change this guy to like maybe a -1, this didn't do anything. Come on, Visual Studio, why are you locking up on me? I just tried to copy paste. I did not want to edit that. Piece of trash. So this guy, this add to viewport Z order stuff doesn't fucking do anything. So I'm gonna have to go change this. So I'll add a web UI Z. This should be a 0, and then when we call create web window, the Z index is going to be a plus web UI Z. Why does that slate stuff have to be so freaking counterintuitive? It's just so annoying. Let's make it 100. And then we'll rebuild everything. I don't know, it's just one of those things where you're trying to change like the size of an image and it's like, oh, well, it doesn't actually do anything. And you put it inside of a scale box and it just fucking breaks everything that you had. Or it's like, oh yeah, you put in a size for that thing? I hope you didn't want to keep that. That's it's gonna disappear here real quick. So I'll just have to wait for that to recompile all the things. Looks like the UI for the game is broken for like, let's see if I can reload it and get that working. There it goes. Hacks. Reload UI hacks.